Hello, everybody. Welcome back to KO and Karaya. We are on our next episode. Wow, I couldn't even speak. We are on our. Okay. Anyway.
Yeah. Hi guys, how are you?
Oh, it's been a while, right? But
It's
listen, we're
been
back. We're
a
here.
while. Yes, after a lot of mishaps, we're here.
Uh,
Yeah,
I mean,
a lot going on, but we're back and we're alive and we're here.
I like that though, because that's what this podcast is all about. It's literally just about two human beings, just like everybody else watching this,
Yeah,
that have lives. We have literal, regular lives,
yeah.
busy lives. It's very, very
Kids,
hectic.
work, life, mental health, and everything else in above.
Except
Everything
balance.
is a mess. Yeah,
Uh,
we're this is not like our full-time thing. This is just us giving our opinion for things and stuff, but we're like everybody else, so I think that's what's up.
Exactly. And let's get started. So, first on the list, how would you react? Or actually, this is second on the list, but how would you react if you find out that the man that you're about to marry has an entire family that you were not aware of?
I don't even have to. Okay, I'm gonna my opinion later because I'm gonna get
Yep.
riled up early on, and we're just mentioning this. And mine will be: how would you reprimand your daughter if she made a comment online in a video about your stepdaughter?
Ooh, that's a tricky subject. Well,
Yeah.
you're about to find out that and more. Stay tuned. Kay and Karai is about to begin.
Hey guys, welcome back. Now I'm gonna tell about my story. Um, AITA for not reprimanding my daughter for a video she posted about my stepdaughter, even though what she said was true. So, brief story: my husband has a daughter, Edith, in question marks, who is 27. From his first marriage, he divorced his ex when Edith was 7, but she apparently had a hard time with the split and moving houses, etc. He and I met and married when Edith was 10. Together, we now have Cecil, 15, female, and Peter, a 10-month, a 10-year-old male, right? Edith has always been aloof with our children. She was never particularly interested in them, although both kids, Cecil especially, would love to have a closer relationship with her. I did bring up to my husband a few times that I was worried about Edith not being closer to her siblings. He responded that her ambivalence was better than he expected, given how hard she took the divorce, and he didn't want to rock the boat. I was not happy with this, but I let it rest. He and Edith are pretty close, but she barely speaks to me, Cecil, or Peter. Cecil has mostly gotten over her desire to be close to Edith. I used to see her perk up when she saw her family functions a few years ago, making a point to sit close to her or talk to her. She does not want to do that anymore, and is polite but not super eager when she sees Edith now. So to the current situation. Cecil recently discovered a TikTok account of Edith's cousin. Apparently, Edith has her sleepover in her condo. She lives in a big, fun city, and they go to events. They seem to be very close. This opened a whole lot of feelings for Cecil. And she got upset and responded to the video saying, "That's my sister," and she barely talks to me. Literally, that's all she said. But she got quite a response with people giving opinions for both sides. Apparently, someone figured Edith's Instagram and were sending her harassing messages.
Oh.
I definitely feel awful about that. However, I refuse to reprimand or punish my daughter. She only says she said the truth. My husband is upset as Edith skipped Thanksgiving at our place this year, and he thinks punishing Cecil will help and his and Edith's relationship. So, am I the a-hole?
That's tough. I mean,
Uh, it's a touchy subject.
it really
First
is.
of all, we have this daughter. She's 7, and she, you know, is in the middle of her parents' divorce. And I understand 3 years is a lot, or maybe for us is a lot of time as adults. For us, 3 years, that's not so much. She should have been done with that. But we're not in the mind of a child,
Child, yeah.
right? And I imagine she felt displaced that her dad was like replacing her mom with another person,
Mhm.
yada yada yada, right? And what goes to divorces and
Yeah,
how
normal
families
stuff.
are, yeah, how families get divided, and then there's two families, and we don't know the backstory about her mom. The mom is still in the picture. That might be the case or not. We don't know if she moved with them or she was in the weekends. So I imagine the between houses it was mostly she was spending time with mom and then a little time with dad. But and here comes the part that a little bit concerned, and it doesn't give this person, the daughter, which she's a teenager,
Hmm.
the right. And even though what she said was innocent, because that's what teenagers do
Yeah.
sometimes, that they post stuff about God. But also, we're talking that Edith is 27 now.
Yeah.
And I understand that even though that was traumatic and everything, she still didn't never had a real relationship with her half siblings. And after you reach a certain age, you're like, damn, they're innocent. They have nothing to do with the situation. If I don't want to talk to my stepmom, fine, cool. But then you gotta take it on your half brother and sister. And then you get upset because your half sister said, well, she don't talk to me at all.
Mhm.
That gives some people the right to harass Edith? Absolutely not. But it's very hard because you have to see all the sides in the problem here
Yeah.
to see who is in the right. And right now, um, I'm not. For me, I don't know what to. What do you think? Like, it's very, 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 very touchy subject.
It's a touchy subject. The thing is, it got public, so this is something that should have been dealt with, internally, right? Because that's what you do. There's always going to be
Yes.
family, there's going to be family problems, especially
Yes.
when there's, children that are product of divorce. There's always, like you said, there's always like this, like little, hey, you got to get over it, but you have to take your time. And also, they're
Yeah.
children, so they don't know how to deal with these processes. It's a whole thing. It's not easy, right? And it's something that should have been dealt with internally, even though, I mean, children make mistakes. You just that's how it goes. It came into the public light, and now someone's getting harassed because of it. It's a very, very tricky subject. But it's like you said, you can't really blame anyone here, to be honest, because yeah. Go ahead.
No, no, yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
There's no one. I don't think no one is the a-hole here.
Hmm.
Because if there's things to blame here, if we gotta start with the dad because he saw the situation firsthand. This is the beginning, and he didn't tackle it at all.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then you point the stepmom because she didn't mind that, even though it was something innocent in a way. She didn't say anything. Oh, but she's saying the truth, But you don't post those kind of things online. You're trying to fit, like you said, not behind closed doors because it's not like wow, there's something bad. But you're trying to touch it like as a family, try to resolve the situation.
Hmm.
And that didn't happen.
It just sounds like everyone, instead of trying to come together as a family, work together as a team, it sounds like they're taking sides, and they're taking sides that they've taken their whole life. They're not they're not interested in working together. They're interested in proving that one of them is right and the other one isn't.
Yeah.
When it's really not about that. It's about the first of all, like you said, the irresponsibility of the two uh, should be adults in this
Yeah,
situation.
those, like, if we come to it, like the mom of, like, Edith,
Hmm.
the father, and then the stepmom, they should have done what they were supposed to do.
Hmm.
You go through a divorce and you have children and you're involved. You ask them for psychological help. You take them to a doctor,
Exactly.
um, a psychologist, and you go to therapy, try to work things out. Not because, oh, she has a divorce and it was being so hard on her. This is her being on her best behavior. Let's leave it like that.
Hmm.
Sir, you created all of this and you let that snowball went on and get bigger and bigger through the years, to
Hmm.
the point that as 27-year-old woman doesn't have a relationship with her younger siblings. That one that is a 10-year-old.
Hmm.
That is wild. That
Yeah.
at 27, you don't have the maturity to say, that child has no fault in this. Even though I don't like my stepmom and maybe I despise
Exactly.
her, I hate her, whatever. But at least me, a mature person, I'm gonna
Hmm.
have a relationship with my siblings because they're my siblings, even though I hate this person because they have no fault. Right now,
Exactly.
it just shows that that 27-year-old doesn't have the emotional maturity,
Yeah.
but also, like, the parents, like, didn't do their job to try to make this work.
Yeah.
So it's just like a responsibility of the grown-ups, and now the one that is a grown-up.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, I will say, out of everyone, the worst one is probably the 27-year-old person here because it's like you said, at a certain point, you have to be able to realize you have to make the bigger step, right? You have to be the bigger person in this scenario. You can't just cut off communication for no good reason. I mean, yes, I've said this many times. It's okay for you to cut off communication with family, but it has to be warranted, right? It can't just be like, oh, because I don't like someone, right? That just doesn't make a lot of sense, right? So yeah, this person does not have the mental maturity to deal with this. I agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just, and it's sad.
Mhm.
Right now, you know I have I have a blended family right now, so it's my two bio kids
Mhm.
and the two kids that the life gave me, which are my step kids, that I love them like they're my own,
Mhm.
and I would have, if one of my kids didn't feel comfortable with them, I will try to make it work.
Mediate. Yeah.
As much as I can, I will try to make it work. I will try to find the ways for them to um blend together. But here we're talking about, my kids are, um, I have one, they're both autistic, and one is almost an adult,
Mhm.
right? And they 11 and 12. But now I think it's more different that, imagine me getting with someone and then I have kids, and then that someone doesn't have kids, and then new kids for the new relationship start flourishing, and my two kids, that's hypothetically because
Yeah. Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
not gonna happen, and then my kids resent the new ones, right? It's just, it's hard.
Yeah.
It's a hard subject, and like I said, the adults here were the ones that mess up. They messed
Mhm.
up. They let this situation get to the point that, and it's not like they said. It is not that bad. Imagine if it were.
I
Are
mean,
you gonna?
someone's getting threats, no? Not threats.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. She's getting harassed. The
harassed.
27.
Yeah,
She's getting harassed on Instagram. They found her personal accounts and
yeah,
everything, and you're like, seriously. But just because she said, "Oh, my sister don't talk to me," that's that's the context that she provides. We don't know if that's for
exactly. Yeah,
certain the truth, but that's what it is, and
I mean,
it's sad.
yeah, no one deserves to get harassed for any reason. That's the whole thing here.
Yeah,
I mean, I might get it, right? She's supposed to be mature, yada yada yada, but I mean, just it's nasty people online. That's just it's gonna happen.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it has happened to me. I have gotten comments that are not very pleasant.
Yeah.
That sometimes I just screenshot them just so I can have, you know, like people are. There are a lot of people that are very mean in this world. There are bullies. They're mean, and there are people that feed up of these tendencies of be bullied to others. They find enjoyment in it.
For no reason.
And for
Like
no
what?
reason sometimes, sometimes the person is just posting their face and they find, any flaw whatsoever.
Yeah.
But in this case, it's just because of she doesn't talk to me, which sucks because a 15-year-old is saying it and she just got to the point. This is where I got to this, and it's sad that when she was little, she was all for her sister. Oh, my sister this, my sister that. But when she starts growing up, she starts noticing my sister don't like me that much. My sister don't like to talk to me, and she starts to like stepping away and saying, "No, I don't. I'm not gonna talk to this person anymore. It's not worth it." And then she makes a comment. But like I said, for me, the adults here. The adults who didn't help Edith overcome that problem, and now Edith that is 27 and she's taking it on two minors. It's just
that's just childish. Yeah.
Yes, childish.
Yep. I 100% agree. But let me ask you a question. Let's say you had to mediate this situation. Obviously, you don't. You guys do a really good job at raising your kids, but let's say you did have to mediate this. What would your action be right off the bat if you're noticing it? Or let's say you didn't notice anything at all and you saw the post yourself, right? What would your reaction be?
First of all, I would have just talked to my daughter, the one that posted it, and said, "Hey, what drove you to post this?" And she said, "Well, my sister don't talk to me at all. I tried all this years." I would have just try to make her to understand that this type of topics you talk it between family and try to resolve it between family first rather than post it online. That maybe for her it was an innocent comment, but you don't know the repercussions of the words that come out of your mouth, like Chris Tucker says in Rush Hour. Understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? Your words have power. And we're not talking about the juju and whatever. What you say have consequences.
Of course.
Good or bad. You say something nice to a person, that person you're going to brighten that person's day. But if you say, on the contrary, you say something bad about that person, true or not, what's going to happen? Right?
Oh, yeah. So words carry so much strength. Yeah.
Exactly. And I would have a conversation with the father and said, "Hey, this is what's going on." And if I see a reluctancy on his end, that's a red flag right there.
Oh yeah, 100%. That's a red flag. The person doesn't care. No, listen, this is your life. You got to start caring about this.
Some people they don't want to take the extra mile. Like, oh, this is good the way it is, but I'm gonna no, it's not.
Huge red flag.
You have a daughter that doesn't talk to her younger siblings just because she is dragging a trauma of the divorce that happened more than a decade ago, and you didn't do anything for your daughter, and now you're complaining about some strainment in the relationship between her and her stepmom and her little sister. Sir, you didn't do your job.
I know. What did you expect?
Yeah, what the heck? I don't get it. But yeah, for me, Edith, for their reaction, a little bit childish, but I don't say she's the a-hole. I just said that the grown-ups that were in charge of Edith were the ones that were here at the wrong. Were the ones that didn't look for the help that she needed or something, or didn't sit down with her,
It could have been prevented, basically. Yeah.
This could have been prevented, or could have been softened everything and try to little by little try them to have a relationship. But at this point, she's 27.
Yeah. I mean, it's not too late. It's not too late.
It's not too late, but it will require a lot of effort on Edith, and If Edith at 27, she's almost 30, and
True
she
that.
went to the point of not going to the Thanksgiving party, which I understand in a way. She's upset. And if you're gonna go upset to a place and you know that it's gonna have like a
Yeah,
bad
not a good
outcome,
time. Yeah.
don't go. But
Mhm.
yeah, I don't know. They fail Edith, and now the poor
Yeah.
15-year-old is the one that.
Suffering the consequences. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah. Definitely. I do have a
grown up.
question.
Yeah.
Sorry, I do have a question. What were the comments? Do we have any of the comments of what was said to in the post?
No. It says here.
Just harassment in general, or
See, look. This is what someone posted about a
Okay.
comment to that poster. You're the asshole. You seem to harbor resentment toward Edith, and it only makes things worse for everyone. What your daughter posted might be the truth, but knowing people were not now harassing Edith needs to be addressed right away by her.
Mhm.
So no punishment, but accountability. And
Yes.
that's what we were explaining before. Like I said, the family dynamic should have been addressed and expectations outlined 10 years ago.
Yep.
Like
Yep.
we just said. But it's never too late. You'll just let things fester and unfold unguided. See what we said. Fits that. You and your husband are the adults. Edith was only 10, and she was deeply affected by the split and then thrust into having siblings, all while likely feeling replaced, unimportant, to blame. Who knows? You see what we said. I just don't understand adults who go and combine families and don't help all of the kids to feel wanted and loved equally. Instead, they emphasize the step and get stingy, egotistical, and possessive. Yuck.
Yep. Yeah. You know what's funny? I always find it funny that obviously we don't know these people who are commenting, but it always feels good when they agree with what your initial reaction was. I don't know. I don't know if you feel
like
that
I said, like she said, like another person said, funny thing, Edith is 27, not a child.
Mm-hmm.
But this is the consequences of a child that was not guided, given the resources that she needed and the help she deserved.
Exactly.
It's an adult that doesn't have the emotional maturity and doesn't have the tools to deal with her emotions. And this is what we get. And I'm telling you, I learned this, and I'm an example of that. I start learning all this stuff on my 30s. It's sad.
Tough.
It's tough. It's tough. I never been in this situation like her, but I needed help to navigate, because as a child, I didn't have the enough resources to do that, and now I do, which is surely, like they say in Puerto Rico, mejor tarde que temprano, right? It's like something like that, even exactly, más tarde que nunca. Exactly that. I'm sorry, I've been here for so long that I'm forgetting about that.
We're forgetting a little bit about it.
Forgetting. Yeah, I got the Puerto Rican card revoked.
But
yeah,
there's truth though in what you say, because ahí me volví lo de Puerto Rico. We got the Puerto Rican back with the But essentially, here's the thing. I never learned how to accept the gift, ever, in my life. I never learned how to accept it. Someone can do something so nice for me, and the best thing that I could do is say, oh, thank you. And I feel much more. I feel much more than an oh, thank you, but I don't know how to express it. It's just something that I never learned how to do. Right, and that comes down to this, right? Not the divorce or anything. It comes down to the not being taught how to properly express your emotions.
Me was boundaries.
Yeah,
I'm a people pleaser, and that's a problem. And now I'm setting boundaries, and now people get upset and mad and annoyed, and it's just like you say and you stand your ground and said, I don't like this. I don't want to do this, or I don't feel comfortable speaking about this topic. Please stop. And people like, oh, but you weren't like this before. Why you change? Why the sudden change? Why are you acting like this? And I was like, dude, I'm almost 40. I don't have to be dealing with this crap anymore.
I feel
So
that.
yeah,
Yeah.
and it's not only with relationships. I'm talking family and
Everything.
stuff, because sometimes you have a family member or this friend that has been your um childhood friend, and basically you were open to certain stuff, but there were some stuff that you basically were like not forced, but you felt the pressure
Yeah.
to like talk or whatever, and you one day say, I had it, I don't want to do this anymore, and
Yeah.
people can get like
And that's
attacked
fine.
by
Well,
a boundary.
but that's because people have this certain expectation of you sometimes, of anybody, right? Like
Mhm.
people have an expectation of me. For example, if one of my students were to meet me outside of the classroom, they would have that expectation of, hey, you're supposed to be able to help me. But if I'm not at work, yeah, I'll still help someone. Obviously, I'm not a monster, right? I'll help
Yeah,
anyone that I can, but it's not going to be like that drive, that same need. Like, don't expect me to act the same way I act in a work environment. I'm going to act like myself because I'm not working at that point in time, right?
exactly. It's like having different personas.
Yeah,
You when you're here, there's a decorum and you have etiquette because you're teaching or whatever.
exactly. Yeah.
But when you are at your house or when you are
You're
across the
comfortable.
street and you're comfortable, and
Hmm.
but that boundary, even at jobs and stuff. But at least in this family, there's no boundaries. There's no nothing.
True.
They just like we say in Puerto Rico, al garete. They're just
Exactly.
doing all this stuff there, and this is like it's a recipe for disaster, and it happened. The disaster is there only for a certain word that just was taken way out of proportion, and Edith
Yeah.
is being bullied online, and that sucks.
Yep. I
So
mean,
here,
there's no communication. There's absolutely no communication.
oh no, like they said, they said out of sight, out of mind,
Yeah. Yeah.
something like that, and that be
Nah.
bite
Never
them in the
works.
bite them in the hiney at the end. So
Yep. 100%. But
yep.
speaking about communication, how about we get on to the next one? Yeah.
Oh yeah, let's get into
So
it.
this one is heavy on communication. I have no clue how this happened, but as you heard in the cold open earlier,
Yeah.
how would you feel, right? How would you feel if you literally find out that the person you're about to marry has a whole family, an entire family? Let's read this.
Yeah, it's interesting. I have opinions, but I just want to hear the whole context because you cannot just with the title just
Exactly. Yeah.
yeah.
It's a little bit out of context that we would be commenting, but let's read. Let's read.
All
it
right.
All right. So, AITH for telling my husband if he fights for custody of his kids, I will divorce him. Now, right off the bat, that doesn't sound good, but I'll tell you right now, the verdict mostly was not the asshole.
What?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
let's see
Let's
why.
get into it.
So, and we kind of spoke about this one time before, like, oh, your family comes first, etc., etc., etc.
Yeah.
But here's what happens. I, 27 female, am vehemently child free. I think that's how you say that. I'm sterilized. I have no intention of having or caring for any child. I married my husband, 33 male. The husband's a male, 33 years old, last year, and did not know he had any children until 5 days ago. Until 5 days ago.
Okay, this is interesting.
Yep.
Interesting.
So here you're
Okay.
trying to see, okay, now it's
Yeah.
making more sense.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. All right.
All right, so it continues saying, I travel for work, I work for myself, and have amazing pay for very few active working hours. I am in parentheses, she puts, I'm a honeymoon planner owning my own business. I mean, props to you, that's awesome. We have a joint account for bills and our own separate account for savings and fun money, right? So money to have fun.
Ooh,
That's
smart.
good. Yeah.
Smart.
My husband sat me down 5 days ago and told me he hadn't been completely honest with me. And that's crazy. And revealed he has two children, a 10-year-old male and a 7-year-old female. These are grown-ass children. All right? These aren't babies. These are grown-ass children. All right. He pays regular child support. However, it dips into his fun money. So she didn't know that it was because those are separate accounts, right? And he wants to be able to have fun like I am. So he said he would fight for 50-50 custody. All right, it continues. I was furious he had lied to me and was even more angry when he told me he wanted 50-50 custody. He works 12 to 16-hour shifts as a nurse, and that would mean I would have to take care of the children when I'm not working or am working from home, it should say. I told him if he fights for custody, I will leave him. We have a prenup, so a divorce will be rather simple. I get 100% of my business, all of my savings and my fund money, and the house, as I inherited it from my grandmother. Honestly, go you, that's pretty cool.
Way to go, girl.
Yeah. He called me an asshole and told me I should step up so that he can have more money in his savings for fun. And because the kids won't be much hassle due to their ages, that's not true at all. So, am I the asshole for telling him I will divorce him if he goes through with filing for custody? I gotta say no.
I have strong feelings about this.
All right, let's hear your feelings.
Okay. Oh my God. I don't want to curse, so I just want to keep this PG. Okay, so first of all, she marries the guy and she says, I don't want to have children. That's the first one. Mm-hmm. The guy, knowingly that he has children, look how that thing is. Oh my God, I just don't want to curse. That he goes, lies to her. Don't mention that he lied by omission, which is lying.
Yep. Yeah, that's lying. Yeah.
Because she states, I don't want to have children. I don't like children. But maybe I like children, but I don't like having my own.
Exactly.
I am snipped. I am good. I want to dedicate my life to produce wealth, having my businesses. You're asking a person you married a year ago that you lied to your teeth. Now mention, I have a 7 and a 10-year-old. And I want to have a 50-50 because then if I have a 50-50, I'm going to have more money in the bank. But now when you're working, because the guy is a nurse, I'm being absent because my kids or my stepkids are sick. But I take it because I love them and I want my kids and I want my stepkids like they're my own. But now you're trying to tell this woman that always wanted to be childless to take a 7 and a 10-year-old, take them in, raise them. When they get sick and you're working, she's the one that has to have all the responsibility of keeping an eye to 2 kids. The first, she never wanted children. Exactly. And he knew it. He is so sneaky and so, she's not the a-hole.
Of course not.
He is. To be what fair, the heck?
We don't see that, so I don't think it mentions that she told him that she doesn't want to have kids, but I mean, come on.
She snipped.
Yeah, exactly. She's sterilized. She said it herself. She's not going to be able to have kids. It was pretty obvious that this person does not want to have kids. He literally, like you said, he lied through omission. He just never said anything at all, and then dropped a bomb. Because that's the thing, too.
He knew.
Yeah, he knew because he sat her down for this conversation. So he sat her down for the conversation.
I would be like,
It's like
okay, like, and I said, hell no.
Yep. It's like you said.
You want to have 50-50. You want a 50-50. We get divorced. You take care of your children. And I had children. It's not that I'm against children. I have 4.
Yeah.
I have 4. And you have and you have a child yourself. Let's just be honest. If you're gonna be with a person, and that person knowingly that doesn't want to have children, and you lied to her by omission, don't mention that you have children from a previous relationship / marriage. We don't know the gist here. And then out of the blue, you sit her down and said, oh my God, is that, financially it makes more sense that the kids are with us and blah, 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 blah. Come on, you just messed up the preconception of this woman having the relationship. You lied. She just found out the truth. And now, out of the blue, you just gotta reintroduce 2 children, hypothetically, because I don't think that's gonna happen. That she goes, oh, here's my 2 children. Now take care of them. Bye-bye.
Nope. Absolutely.
No, come on.
100% invested in that. You have to know this going in, right? Because it's a completely different thing. It's not like you create children with this person. You have to know going in, oh, this person has a specific responsibility that I will never be above that responsibility. And you
Exactly.
knowingly go into this. You
Yep.
knowingly, and you both knowingly go into it,
Yeah.
not just the other party.
Yeah.
At that point, yeah, 100%. And anything that happens, it's on you, right? Because you
Exactly.
knowingly went into that situation. She did not. And it
Yep.
sounds like she's a very prepared woman. She has her own business. She does. It
She
looks
has a
like she
prenup.
really, yeah,
She has a
yeah,
prenup.
exactly, yeah.
He's screwed. The one here
Oh,
that's
done.
losing here is him.
Yeah.
She came
He lost in
prepared.
the beginning.
He
done.
lost the time that he married and not mentioned the 7 or 10-year-old.
Exactly.
I think that if she knew that information, she wouldn't even marry him.
Of course not. 100% no. She's
And I
adamant
think-
about it. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think an ironclad prenup.
Yep. No, he's done. And guess what? I have an update.
Oh my god! Juicy!
All
Get
right.
over here.
Let's read the update. So,
Yeah.
she says, "Thank you all so much for helping me with the situation. I knew his lies were enough of a reason to divorce my," it says. "And I'm proud to announce, soon to be ex." Oh, okay. I knew his. So she's getting a divorce officially.
Hallelujah!
I-
Hallelujah! I'm
Listen.
sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
So it continues. It says, "I just didn't know if divorcing him with kids in the mix would make me an asshole." First of all, that doesn't matter.
Girl.
You're not 100%. It says, "Especially because he works so much. He has since he vacated my house." I know, violated. "I have spoken to my lawyer and I'm filing for an annulment. I can because he married me in an act of fraud." 100%. I agree. "The AMA protects me as it was a fraudulent marriage. Thank you all once again."
He messed up with a smart woman.
Yep.
She
Boom.
knows the law. He's screwed. He's screwed. I'm
love the
telling you.
comments, too.
Okay, let's.
You want to hear one?
Yes.
All right. So this is Tapa Coin 10 days ago.
Yeah.
Commented, "Not the asshole. Listen, this is only about him lying to you. This isn't only about him lying to you. This is about him wanting 50% custody of kids he hasn't visited in 3 years in order to have some fun money. Those are effed up values. You should leave him for that." And then below that it says 100%. "It's also delusional. Taking care of 2 kids is gonna cost money. Effing lying idiot." Right? And everyone's just like agreeing with her. I'd like this comment though. It says, "Hi, I'm Dadbot." 10 days ago commented, "Not the asshole. That's a pretty effing big lie of omission, like we just mentioned, right? Like weirdly so. The type of thing which should come up with the first few dates." That's crazy to me too. "Not the first few years of marriage. You don't know the man you married at all. He's asking for a very drastic change to the life you guys agreed to. So you're well within your rights to tell him to go F off about that BS." And honestly, yes. How the heck do you reach marriage and hide that? How? I don't understand. I don't get it. How do you
Exactly.
do
How Dios mío.
that?
I'm just telling you, like he just lied, hide that he had children alive before. He hide his children to his wife. What kind of person does that? I don't know if he was planning this from the beginning and he was just trying to like, okay, let's wait for a year, then I throw the bomb, and then we're gonna have, our like a house in the prairie kind of thing, and then she's like, boom, I'm not having it. And I support a strong-willed woman that knows what she wants.
Yep.
Because I didn't in the past. I know now. Never, better soon than better now
Better
than
late
ever.
than never. Yeah.
Yeah, better late than never. But now I know. But at the beginning, now a woman that she's like, no, I got stepped. I don't want children. I want to dedicate my life to my business. And for some people that said, oh, you're gonna die alone because you don't have children, she has enough money to have safe and then have a nursing home and have a nurse 24/7 that's gonna wipe her hygiene whenever she needs to. You don't need. the only reason that people want children is just because of how they're gonna serve them when they're old. Don't have children. Have children
Exactly.
because you want to bring good people who's gonna provide to society and gonna have a contribution to this world, monetarily, emotional. You never know. Just
Mhm.
bring a good person that's gonna bring joy to this world, and it's not gonna be an a-hole. But in this case, you were the a-hole, dude. So you
Oh
take
yeah.
it, take it like a champ.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
bring more people like you, OP, but not more people like your soon-to-be ex. That's what you got to do. In this case, you don't have to bring anyone because you're gonna be. You already said it. You don't want kids, and you were very adamant.
Yeah, like what the
Yeah,
heck? It's not fair for kudos to her. Get
yeah.
divorced, get submit that ironclad prenup, get your ish back together, and marry a person this time that you know is gonna be childless and
Oh
wants to
yeah,
be childless. And honesty is the best policy, and it never happened here. So,
100%.
yep.
All right. That was a really good one.
Yes, oh my goodness. It just like fluster all this. I wanted to say the ghetto person in me wanted to say a lot of bad words. you know,
Sometimes you gotta let that ghetto out.
la
Okay.
jíbara, la jíbara da guada wanted to say a lot of things.
Tú me
Oh
estás jodiendo.
my- Are you freaking kidding me? Hell no. Oh my god. Oh my god, that was a good one. I can't, I just still can't recover. My cheeks hurt. Like I wanted to say so much. I wanted to say so much, but let's keep it civil. Let's keep it
Yep, yep,
PG.
yep, yep. Let's keep it
Yeah.
simple. All right.
I don't want YouTube and the algorithm just to.
How about we get on with some good news? What do you think?
Oh yeah, yeah. Good news, please. After this.
All right, now it's time for our good news section. We like to do this every time, right?
Oh yeah.
So, first of all, Stockton, or the only news item on their agenda, right? Stockton, California, I guess. A Stockton teen is making sure folks' feet stay warm and colorful by bringing her signature silly socks to those who might feel forgotten this holiday season. Her name, and I hope I'm pronouncing this right, Elle Gianelli, 17, is a junior in high school, but she's friends with all
Oh.
the seniors, and no, not the ones that you're thinking of. She says in quotes, "I'm a grandma's girl. I love, love, love my nana." She was just a seventh grader when she created socks for seniors, sending silly socks to local nursing and assisted living facilities. The goal is to bring some color and fun to these seniors' feet. And then another quote, Gianelli said, "It is kind of funny to see their reactions in the facility because they'll be like, 'Do you have any black ones or plain ones?' And then we're like, 'We're the exact opposite of black or gray or plain.'" And then 4 years later, she sent socks to 92 facilities across 48 states, making several pen pals along the way. She knows the holiday season can be tough on these nursing home residents, and she says, "I know they have Toys for Tots and the things for kids, and you always seem to forget about seniors," said. As she prepares her shipments of socks this holiday season, she's hoping to show them that someone cared. And again, in quotes, she says, "Maybe they don't have family, or maybe they live super far away, and they're only getting like a postcard. As these seniors' toes stay warm in the wintertime, they'll know they have a family member in sweet 17-year-old Gianelli." And lastly, Gianelli is working to take the project to all 50 states and pick up even more pen pals along the way. She has a goal of raising $10,000 on her GoFundMe page, and I'm going to find that page, and hopefully I can, and I'll link it up. You'll see it pop up right here.
Oh yeah. That's oh my god.
That's awesome.
I used to be a nurse. I'm a retired nurse, so it just it's true. Seniors sometimes are the ones that are like forgetting this
Yeah.
holidays.
And they
And
appreciate
it's
it.
harsh, and it's harsh, and we cannot judge why senior citizens like in nursing homes because we don't know the circumstances.
Exactly. Yeah.
Bad or good. Some of them are alone there, and they don't have anyone. So, a warm gift like that, it just makes a difference.
Honestly, it does. Yeah.
Yeah, and coming from a 17-year-old, then now, nowadays, just kiddos, they just want to be, which is not bad. I'm just saying, I'm in
I
TikTok,
get you.
like,
Yeah, yeah.
I'm in TikTok a lot and Facebook and social media.
We are
But
social media.
we're using, she's using her platform for something,
Good. Yeah. 100%.
not for frivolous or superficial stuff. Come on, she loves her nana. It doesn't matter. I only have one nana and my grandma, and she's still alive,
Wow.
and I miss her so much. So this touches, I don't know, it makes my heart super happy. And I'm like the Grinch, but but it makes my heart super happy. So,
Well, there you go.
That's cute.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to find that GoFundMe. That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, there's some good news for you guys.
Oh my God, good news out of this chaos of this world. Come on,
Oh,
good news. Bring good news. Always good news.
Listen, if you like good news and if you like what we're doing here, please, we gotta ask you for the 100th time. You gotta like, comment, subscribe, share it, do everything. We're on Facebook at KO and Karaya. We're on YouTube at KO and Karaya. We're hoping to put this on Spotify. I'm still trying to figure that out. If you know, drop it in the comment.
Oh yeah, if you like something to talk about, we were planning maybe adding some Spanish content.
Yes.
Let's see, for sure we can make that happen. But yeah, just whatever you think it can just improve our channel, and you think some pointers, just try to be constructive criticism and not like hurtful criticism.
Yeah.
This is a safe space for every. This is a safe space.
Safe space.
So, safe space, and we're just trying to bring a little bit of humor, but also a little bit of warmth and good to this world.
100%.
By our small channel that we hope one day will grow, but if not, we're just bringing our hearts to this.
Fun. Yeah.
Exactly. Fun times indeed.
And we really want to have fun with all you guys. So definitely please leave a comment. Holiday season. Listen, that's the best gift you can give us. The best gift you can give me and Karaya is literally just liking, commenting, knowing that we're engaging with actual people. That's so awesome. Like, I will respond to the comments. I know I will. I know Karaya, whenever she finds the time, she'll be there, right? And
I will.
If you want, look at our shorts too. We just uploaded a couple of shorts. One of them just got 1.2 thousand likes. And
oh my God, that's great!
Yeah, I was like, oh, I was so excited for that little amount of views. But yeah, I guess that's gonna be it for today. Hope you guys all have a good one, and I'll see you on the next one. This was KO.
All right, see you next time, guys.
All right, have a good one.